Welcome to Shanghai for race 1000 of Formula One's rich history. And I'm sure there's much more history to be made in the future. We turn our attention to this weekend now. It is round 3 of the 2019 championship. Lewis Hamilton, the winner from Bahrain, is on pole again here. And but Mercedes haven't got it all their way. Sebastian Vettel has managed to sneak that Ferrari onto the front row. Will they have the pace to challenge? They weren't too far off in Melbourne. Obviously, Bahrain was a bit of a throwaway for them, but they will hope that they will be able to at least challenge the Mercedes here, and Vettel's in a good position, already being ahead of one of them. Bottas is in third, Leclerc fourth. Amazing qualifying performance from Renault. Daniel Ricciardo up in fifth, ahead of Gasly's Red Bull. Nico Hülkenberg also in seventh, out qualifying Max Verstappen. So Red Bull's pace, bit sketchy, not as bad as their Melbourne qualifying pace, but certainly, they felt that the Bahrain performance was where they should be. Well, they're clearly not where they should be this weekend then, so that's going to be a bit concerning for Red Bull. They've got Lando Norris ninth in that McLaren. Lance Stroll, he's done good job to put that racing point in the top 10. Then you've got Sainz and Perez, and then you've got the two Alfa Romeos, and then behind them we see, just waiting for it to flash up here, the two Tororossos. Now they've had a big drop off from Melbourne, where Danny Kvyat qualified third, and I think Alex Albon was also within the top 10. Well, they're on row 8 this weekend, so it's only taken them 2 races to drop back to where you'd probably expect the Red Bull B team to be, and it's so unfortunate for them. Grosjean and Kubica, both of who are in points and fighting for points in Bahrain, back there towards the back of the grid still, but ahead of their teammates Kevin Magnussen and George Russell, who fill out the last 2 places on the grid. I'm looking forward to this one. Let's go. Shanghai 2019. Let's go. Lewis Hamilton on the right, Sebastian Vettel on the left, and Valtteri behind his teammate in third place. The lights go out, and Hamilton is away well. Vettel is alongside. See a lot shoveling behind, but Vettel is alongside. And is he going to take the lead? Sebastian Vettel, he's alongside still, and he's going to take the lead. Sebastian Vettel leads the race for Ferrari, and I believe that is the first time a non-Mercedes has led this year. So they might be hope for a bit of a battle today. And Vettel, can he get away? Hamilton appears to be struggling a bit at the moment, and Bottas is having a look. Leclerc, the 2 Red Bulls are already up into 5th and 6th, and the Renaults have dropped to 7th and 9th. So very disappointing for Renault considering where they've started. They had high hopes today, but those hopes are not being founded. Lewis Hamilton has found some pace, and he is catching back up to Sebastian Vettel. He is determined to try to challenge, and Lewis, he really does want to get that second victory, because Hamilton and Bottas level on points. Lewis, a little bit of a bump, quite a heavy bump actually over the curbing there, and Bottas is alongside. And this could be easy because Lewis has lost all his momentum. They do crash. Well, together, Lewis is not letting Bottas through easily, but Valtteri does find his way through, and he's now up in the second. Bottas will take the pursuit up of Sebastian Vettel here, and he's already pulling alongside. Is Vettel's moment of glory leading the race about to come to an end as Valtteri Bottas pulls alongside? He's already there. Vettel decides to duck in early and try the cut back on him, but it doesn't work out. Hamilton has got to be careful. He nearly goes into the back of Vettel. So those 3 are very competitive with each other. And Hamilton now, it's his job to try to keep it a clean sheet in Mercedes 1-2s. He is now applying pressure to Vettel. Unfortunately, that Ferrari doesn't appear to have been able to hold the pace, but Seb at the moment is still in track position ahead of Lewis Hamilton. He will intend to hold it, but Hamilton's in a position Vettel was when Vettel passed him, and Hamilton is surely going to go for it, and through he goes. Pretty straightforward, I'm afraid. Sebastian Vettel has done all he could today to try to prevent that Mercedes 1-2, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Can Seb stay with them or anywhere near them? Hamilton is setting his eyes about Bottas now. Well, he started on pole, he's aiming to get back to P1, but he's certainly doing it the very difficult way. Lewis Hamilton. Look, Stroll, Ricciardo's dropped further back. Those racing points have got some good pace. Stroll up in 7th, Perez fighting Ricciardo for 8th and trying to come it outside. Ricciardo holding it for the moment, but we know Checo won't give up. He is a very robust and attacking driver. Hamilton still, he's got that gap. Vettel is still keeping up with the Mercedes, but here comes Hamilton. He's going to have a look at Bottas, and well, they almost come together like they did there on the first lap, but Bottas now, he's surely got the bit between his teeth, hasn't he? Unless Lewis can make up a massive amount of ground down here, and it's looking like he might do. Lewis Hamilton, is he looking irresistible for this victory? Well, Bottas still leading, so he's got the track position. We'll see Perez coming at Ricciardo again in the background. But here comes Lewis Hamilton, probably his last chance now to try to take the lead. Bottas looks to have a good gap, but Hamilton closes down the braking, gets alongside, and he's got his nose in front. Will Lewis Hamilton hold on? Bottas is coming back at him. He's trying to come back into the turn, but Lewis Hamilton completes an outstanding move there and gets back through. Lewis Hamilton wins the Chinese Grand Prix in the most. He overcomplicated it for himself, but he eventually wins it in emphatic style. And yeah, fantastic for Lewis. That will put him into the championship lead, and he's now back in his comfort zone in P1 in the World Championship. Valtteri Bottas keeping him close. Sebastian Vettel sets his season alight with a third place. It was a good performance from Vettel today. Yes, I know the pace faded, but did the best he could. Ferrari have just got to keep working on developing that car. So Lewis Hamilton the winner, Valtteri Bottas second, Sebastian Vettel third, Charles Leclerc fourth. Didn't really appear to be in the same race, but held his own pace, got a solid fourth place. Pierregasly fifth, stayed ahead of his teammate Max Verstappen. Max was applying a bit of pressure, but Gasly came out on top, so good performance from him. And in fact, apart from Melbourne, Gasly's only a point behind Verstappen in terms of points scored since. It's a bit of a Noah's Ark result, really, but it certainly does not show the entire result, tell the entire story of the race, does it? Two Mercedes followed by two Ferraris, followed by two Red Bulls, and then it's two racing points. They had outstanding race pace, and they'll be disappointed. I think if they'd have qualified where Renault had been, they might have even held back the Red Bulls, Stroll and Perez. You know, they've had a lot of pace this weekend. And that's great because they're only on 1 point in the championship racing point. They're now on quite a few more. So, yes, well done to Racing Point there. Renault, they did hold on to points, but you never want to finish 9th and 10th after starting 5th and 7th. I mean, for Daniel Ricciardo, those are his first points for Renault, his first points of the season. So I suppose it's something, but, yeah, gutting race for Renault. McLaren were never really that strong this weekend, and in all honesty, they're the 6th fastest car, and therefore they finished in 11th and 12th, Sainz and Norris. And then you had Giovinazzi beating Raikkonen in the Alfa Romeo, 13th and 14th. So let's have a look at the Drivers' World Championship then. Lewis Hamilton leads it, 68 points. Valtteri Bottas on 61. Charles Leclerc in third, but quite a way back on 37 points. Max Verstappen fourth on 27, although he's only had one performance, which I would say is typically Max, where he got into that third place in Bahrain and held on and was in the lead performance. I'd say the other couple of races have shown a bit of a quiet, subdued Max so far this season. So hopefully we won't see that continuing, because Formula 1 needs Max Verstappen aiming and angling for those other drivers and giving them a headache. So, but he's fourth in the championship anyway, 27 points. Sebastian Vettel is fifth on 23. Gasly sixth on 22. Lando Norris in seventh on 14 points. Danny Kvyat eighth on 12. And Nico Hülkenberg ninth on 10. Carlos Sainz 10th on 8. Then Lance Stroll, Romain Grosjean, Sergio Perez, Alex Albon and Daniel Ricciardo. The Constructors' Championship. Mercedes on 129 points, leading comfortably. Ferrari on 60, Red Bull on 49, so Red Bull are not too far behind Ferrari. McLaren on 22, Tororosso on 14, Renault on 12, Racing Point up to 11th now. At the moment they're only 7th in the Constructors, but I'm sure if they continue to have the pace like they had today, that position will soon improve. And Haas are behind Racing Point on 6 points, and we see Williams and Alfa Romeo still yet to score. So all that remains for me to say now is thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe.